Sup, everybody? This is Matt Faircloth. This is my radio voice. Welcome to Happy Friday, man. Happy going into Labor Day weekend. Happy, man. I'm really loving these live sessions with you guys, and I am enjoying and loving that you guys are here, and loving that I already got people piling into the room here to come see us. So I appreciate you guys. Few things, man. We're going to be talking about some interesting stuff today, and I'm going to be doing as we always do, a giveaway. I'm going to pop a link out there for those that want to join me live. I will copy this to my clipboard now, and I'll pump it out. As always, I've got my partners in crime, my brothers from other mothers, Nabiku and Jordan, watching this and supporting, making sure what I put out here it gets put out to you guys on LinkedIn and on Facebook, the DeRosa Insiders page, and on our YouTube page. So if you guys are fans of DeRosa and any of those outlets, we are live there. YouTube, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, thank you, appreciate you guys. If you guys are watching us on LinkedIn, our LinkedIn page is blowing up these days. It really, if you guys are not already followers of the DeRosa LinkedIn page, please take a minute and do it. We put some really cool stuff out there. And Jordan, maybe you can pump the link to our DeRosa LinkedIn page on, pop it over to YouTube for people to check us out there. So, yeah, we're live on LinkedIn, and we're also live on Insiders, which I wanted to just mention real quick. For those of you guys that are followers of ours on the DeRosa Facebook page for DeRosa Insiders, thank you. We're actually approaching 1,000 members on our DeRosa Insiders community, which is a free community, free, capital F, free community. You guys can join. Let's just look on Facebook and look up DeRosa Insiders. Y'all can just join. It's free, no charge. There we go. LinkedIn company DeRosa Group, thank you. Follow us there. We're approaching 1,000 followers on LinkedIn also. So we're making lots of noise and getting eyeballs, man. And I really attribute that to a lot of the transparent conversations that I have with folks like you. And this is why you didn't answer my call. Yes, that is why I did not answer your call. Who just tried to call me? My wife just called me. Let's see who said that. It's unfortunately I can't see who says. I have to pull up Facebook to see who said that I didn't answer their call, because I feel the poke. But that's okay. Hey guys, listen. That's of course my wife. My lovely wife. I love you, baby. Are you in the air on your computer right now? She's flying to get her mind blown out and saying out in Salt Lake City, and that. But yes, honey, that is why I did not answer your call. Sorry. The person who becomes 1,000th follower of DeRosa on LinkedIn gets a bag. Hey, Kevin from Lakeland, Florida. What's up, man? This is what a DeRosa bag looks like that Jordan's referring to. So you guys can become our 1,000th follower. Maybe we'll do a little lottery of one of our 1,000 followers as well for anybody. Maybe we'll do a lottery for one of these, Jordan, for any of our LinkedIn followers. So if you guys join between now and 1,000, we'll lottery one of these off, and we'll also give it to our 1,000th follower too. And this is a cool backpack. Look, it's got the little water thing on the side. All of our investors have one of these. If you guys are an equity investor with DeRosa, we sent you guys some love, some thank you, transforming lives through real estate. And here's the thing. If you're not an investor with DeRosa yet, we got good news. You can get one of these right now for free. Free, capital F, free. No shipping, no handling. We'll pay that too, and we'll pay for this schwanky backpack. All you guys got to do is come and join me live right now, okay? I'm going to pump that link out there one more time, guys. If you guys join me live right now and come talk some real estate shop with me, pick my brain, have a chat with Matt, do that. Have a chat with Matt, I won't combat. Keep it going, right? Hey, Micah, I'll answer your question in just a second here. Click that link. Micah, you got a real question, a real conversation. Click the link and earn a free DeRosa bag. This right here. Lovely, lovely. Wouldn't you love to have one, Micah? You could. I give it to you. I'll send it to you. Join me live. First person to join me live right now, clicking the link that I put out there, and then does a real estate chat, gets a free DeRosa bag. Few other things. So we're doing lives every Friday at noon Eastern. If you guys want to come and talk some shop, bring your real estate questions, bring all your bring your excitement, all those things, and I'll come and talk, chat with you guys and talk some real estate shop. And let's see. One thing I didn't get to mention. If you guys can click, we'll also promote real quick the if you guys want free stuff. If you guys want free live stuff or free stuff for the we're giving away like coffee mugs, like DeRosa squishy balls, all kinds of crazy stuff that we can give away to you guys for free. Just go to DeRosaGroup.com/swag, DeRosaGroup.com/swag, and we give you guys away free stuff and that. So check that out. One great question. I'll answer here. But if you want to join me live, I'd love to talk face to face with you here. So click that link if you want. I'm going to go to Micah first. Micah said, "Hey Matt, I have a guy who wants to raise a minimum of 1.5 million on a multifamily properties over 100K plus. I believe he's asking 2% on the front end is reasonable, but the guy says it may be lower depending on what numbers are showing. What do you think?" That doesn't sound clear. And I have more questions for you, Micah. So if you're still watching this, Micah, please click the link. Join me live. Jordan, if you can, who's watching Facebook? Nabiku, message Micah direct, please. Send him a DM on Facebook saying, "Hey, Matt would love to chat with you," because those are great conversations, Micah. But I need to get more from you. I don't know if I don't have all the data to tell you what I think. So Nabiku, please send Micah a direct message with the link. Now I might be able to do that. Messenger. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. Okay. Do that. Nabiku, send him a link, please. See if you can get on. All right. Juan, coming in on YouTube. What's up, Juan? I tried refinancing my house, but they told me I didn't qualify. And I was trying to get the money for the refinance to purchase another rental property, but there's any other way I can get funding? Sure. I mean, okay. I'd like to know why you didn't qualify. So if you want to post a follow up on that one, you're welcome, Micah. So the what I would say, one, all right. If you didn't qualify on credit, then it is what it is, right? If you didn't qualify because the lender didn't get the deal or because it wasn't the right deal for that lender, man, if they gave you certain script things, no, Nabiku, message Micah direct, like put it in his DM mailbox, like send him a personal Facebook message, or maybe Jordan, you can help him out with that. But the going back to Juan, okay, if your lender didn't get the deal, if they didn't understand the deal, then you're the wrong lender, right? Here's an example. A lot of times people that lend on single family homes, small mortgages, owner occupied stuff, those lenders tend to not understand LLC owned or rental grade real estate or things that are even in moderately complex. They are good grindhouses for cheap mortgages you can get on owner occupied stuff or things you're going to hold your own personal name. As soon as you get into the LLC land or things that are not held in your own personal name, those mortgage brokers go blah, 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 and they don't understand, and they will decline and they will deny your mortgage. So if your loan was in an LLC and it was with the wrong broker, then you should need a new lender, right? So that's answer number one. Number two, if it's because of credit or if it's because the deal was a little funky or whatever, then two choices. If it's because of credit, here's Micah. What's up, man? Hey, give me a second, Micah. Stay in the green room for 1 second, okay? I'll bring you on. I'm going to finish Juan's answer here. All right, Juan, if you if the issue was because of credit, and that's okay. Hey, I used to have bad credit too, right? If the issue is because of credit, then you need to get yourself a loan sponsor, right? That is someone else that you know that maybe has credit, good credit, and you can either pay them a fee or give them a little ownership of the deal through an LLC structure and have them be your loan guarantor. That's how you get around the credit issue. If it's because of income, same thing, loan sponsor, loan sponsor. And your last option is, of course, hard money. I don't like that option because hard money is not meant to be a long-term solution. But if you really need the cash out because you need a deal, you could use hard money as a bridge. I kind of don't like that option. I'd rather see you use a lender on your second deal and offer your first deal that you're about to refinance as additional collateral. If that sounds, not too complex. Juan, I hope that helps. Give me feedback. Post that up. All right. I got Micah because we browbeated you into submission to join us here, Micah. Thank you. Going on, man. You got the Brandon Turner beard going on, man. How's it going?
I hear that all the time. It's going well. I see the book behind you. I've read that book like 4 times. I'm starting
Really?
I've actually just started a meetup this month. My first meetup will be on the 29th in Boca Raton in Miser Park at Stripes. So if anybody's in the area, show up. It's between 6 o'clock and 9, and we have a lot of multifamily people. I go to one meetup a week in the Tri-County area: Broward, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Boca Del Rey.
How do people find out about that meetup? Is it on meetup.com?
Yes, so my VA is actually posting it right now. She's getting all that taken care of for me, along with the email list for all the other people I know through networking.
Is there a website that people can go if they're local that you want to plug right now for people to go to a website to join your mailing list, to hear about deals, or to join your local stuff?
I don't have a website for that, but they could just email me or inbox me. They could email me at info@Cash for Keys Group, and I'll go ahead and just forward it to my VA because she's pretty much handling all that.
Info@Cash for Keys Group.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jordan Abiku, please get that email address moving out to the communities. Info@Cash for Keys Group. Cash for Keys is an interesting interesting topic, man. I shot a few videos on YouTube about that.
Yeah,
but that's a rabbit hole. Let's talk about deals. You tried refi. No, I'm sorry. Let me get Juan's comment out of here. Okay, Juan, thank you for your question, man. Awesome. And quick shout out to Mario. What's up, man? Okay, Micah, here we go. I'm just putting your question back up here. Okay. You a guy that wants to raise wants you to raise a minimum of 1.5 million on a multifamily property that they're buying. What's the total equity stack? Like how big of the chunk are you?
well, it only turned out to be, because I'm new to this, and I finally just like ran into a couple people that were wanting me to do it because of my network.
Yeah.
The best way I could explain the one deal that it fell through, but he's coming up with another one. But the one deal was going to be for outside of Austin, Texas. It was a $6.7 million deal. He wanted me to raise a minimum of 1.5. When I raised that, I basically was going to make only like 20K if I was able to raise the 1.5, and it would have been more if I went above that. But I've heard 2%, 2 to 3% is like pretty much the going rate. On the back end of that deal, after the 7-year exit, I would have received a check around $75,000, give or take. But you're only making $100 a month too on the returns. So that's kind of like, I have a real estate license, and I also have my wholesaling business for Cash for Keys Group. And I mean, I do okay. And for me to go out and raise that kind of money, I'm like, to barely make 20 grand and scramble around, it's kind of like, and I'm not really making that much money of a return. And then at the exit 7 years from now to get the $75,000, unless I'm missing something, how do you think that's a beneficial deal to like be involved in?
Okay. That comp is not too far off. I hate to break it to you, brother, man, but that's not right. Yeah, man. The problem is I don't take this the wrong way, man. I'm saying this with love, right? 1.5 is not a big drop in the bucket for a 100 unit complex, especially in Austin, because they're probably selling it for 250 grand a door, or something like that. So it's probably trading for like 25-30 million bucks, like something stupid, which means that they're going to have to assemble like 12 million, 13 million to do that deal, right? So am I right?
Yeah, I mean, they said the whole deal was 6.7 on this, but I think that's just for the part that they were looking to raise a part of the deal because it is like 100, it was like 148 units altogether.
In Austin?
So outside of Waco.
No.
Yeah, I
I
think it's
was
one of
thinking
those
maybe for
situations where it's like
restaurants.
multiple buildings within a large parcel,
Scattered
and they
site.
just, yeah, something like that. I don't. It wasn't just like one building, from my
Have you
understanding.
ever raised
But
capital before?
pardon me.
Have you ever raised capital for other people? Have you ever? Are you like a a capital raiser for your own? Have you ever raised capital for your own stuff or? You know?
No, I probably could for like small stuff, like where you went into your book for fourplexes. I could easily
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you're only looking a couple $100,000.
That's how I
You
got
know.
started, brother. I mean, we're raising big money now, but I got started. My first equity check was 50K, right? And
Yeah.
I bought, and this is back in the day. I bought two single family, believe it or not, I bought two single family homes for 25K a piece. You know,
Oh wow.
back in, and I'm not like back in the 80s, whatever. I'm even talking like back in 2010, 2011. That's when I bought those,
Uh,
right? But you here's what I think, right? For those that are big marketers and attract a lot of eyeballs for, hey, passive investing in real estate, that kind of thing, raising money for other people, you can make a reasonable living doing that. And these guys will knock out one or two deals a month. So if you're making, 20K a deal that you raise money for, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. The problem you had, not problem, the crossroads you are facing is that if you're a wholesaler, right?
yeah, and I'm also a licensed realtor, so I list properties too.
You're already on the operation side, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that you could do it just to experience raising capital or to see. That is a good question. Do you know if your network's capable of 1.5 million? Do you think you can
I
raise
mean,
that?
I hang out with people that are pretty wealthy down here, so and they're
Book-
interested. I mean,
Boca Raton, right?
yeah, in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So
Yeah.
there's money here, and they want to do something with it. I've already shared information with them, but the terms got canceled like right at the end. They tried to change the terms, and the deal fell through. And I had people like waiting for me to send them the information. By the way, the second year in that deal, they were refinancing it, and all the investors in the syndication got 60% of their money back, and the
God
rest
willing,
stayed
God,
in.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. You know,
Yeah,
maybe I
that's
don't know. No
what
guarantee
they're
on that one,
saying.
but yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah. No, it's just speculating. We'll see. We do that too. We like refinance, whatever, but you can't count on that. And that's actually not a cash event for the syndicator anyway. They don't really get a fee when that happens. All they're doing is you dissolve a little bit of the pref that you have to pay investors, and that
Hmm.
hopefully the cash on cash, the cash flow from the property does better. And it juices the investor's rate of return. All that said, here's my 2 cents, man, Micah. I would do your own deals, man. You are well on your way. You're an operator already, and you can control what terms that you get. I don't like you raising capital for other people and getting 2-3% of what you raise. And by the way, if you get 2% of what you raised on 1.5, that's 30K, right? So they're not that far off, and they're giving you equity on the back end, right?
Yeah.
So I've been quoted at 3% for people for raising money for me that just want a fee, like private equity firms and like brokers. There are brokers out there that will like, hey, what do you want to? Do you want to borrow money? Great. Here's debt from a bank. Do you need equity? Here's equity from a private equity firm or whatever that'll invest in your deal, and they typically get 2.5 to 3% of what they bring in, but they don't get any back end, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So these guys giving you 200K on the front end, and then no, I'm sorry, 20K on the front end. You wish it was 200K. 20K on the front end, and then 75 on the back. And the deal could outperform, maybe does better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speculation. So that's kind of how it goes for hired gun capital raising. I'm not the biggest fan of it for you. I think that you are better starting smaller, getting out there as a wholesaler, getting out there as a realtor, finding that 4, 5, 6, 10 unit and assembling a few of your buddies from down there in beautiful sunny Florida, and assembling maybe you put together $500,000 to buy, because my guess is it's Boca, right? So it's Boca, Miami, whatever. So you're probably still gonna pay a lot for like what's a quadruplex trade for? Like 800 a million, something like that.
Yeah, between 800 to a million right now.
Does it cash flow if you lay enough money down?
Depends. The market was out of control. They would cash flow, but some people go by this 1% rule, and they weren't definitely 1%. They were 0.5%.
I do. I use that too, but it depends on the 1% rule is good, and it's a good way to eyeball a deal, but it does not consider expenses. And expenses could make or break your deal. I got properties in Kentucky that need to perform above the 1% rule because we pay all in Kentucky anyway. It's very common on working class real estate for the owner to pay all the utilities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So if you're performing at the 1% rule, that might be congratulations. You're losing, 15% of the rent each month in negative cash flow. Congratulations. So you need, in Kentucky where we are, you need to be like 1.2, 1.3% rule.
Oh, okay.
Just to break it because of the expense load. So, sorry, I'm digressing a bit, but like, let me paint I'll leave you with this. Think about this question. If you were looking to put $500,000 to work in Miami, Boca, one of those areas, the real question, I'm asking you this, what would you do with it? If you want
$500,000 to work,
you had you in your pocket as an operator that could go and find the deal and do it, what's the best investment opportunity in the market that you're in for like $500,000 in equity, not a buy price of $500,000, $500,000 in equity, meaning $500,000 in equity probably could do you up to like $2 million in purchase price and construction.
So are you saying that I could get $2 million with the 500,000?
Yeah,
the 500,000 down.
Remember, you can borrow it. You're gonna borrow the rest. Yeah.
I mean, I've never done a deal like that. That's something I would like.
What's that?
I would want to partner up with somebody who's done it before.
Why?
Probably on my first one, because I've never done it before, and it's a lot of money.
Never done what?
It's never bought a deal like that, like a multifamily property.
Do you have property management outlet? Do you have property management in house now?
No, I don't do property management.
If you were to do you own any rentals right now, or are you just
no rentals right now? I'm actually doing the NACA program, and they're getting ready to they're probably going to approve me either at the end of this year or next summer, because I did a lot of write-offs for my business like a year ago, so it doesn't show income. But
I know all about NACA. Yeah,
they'll give you $930,000 to buy multifamily down here in Broward County.
To live in.
Yeah, so I'm working on that right now. I already got all my stuff done. I'm just waiting for all my tax return stuff to go through for my taxes for my business, I should say. So that will probably be one of my first deals. But I mean, do you think? I don't know. I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough that if I had $500,000 to just go out there and figure out the numbers on a building and see if it makes sense to throw the money out there and then do it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm that knowledgeable in that area. That's why I want to start out raising capital, get around the people who are knowledgeable enough and learn. Yeah. I was thinking maybe that, but
maybe you're giving a lot away though.
Giving a lot away, yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. The people you're raising money for are going to get the contact information and email addresses of those investors that came in through you, right?
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said to somebody. And I'm like, how do I know they're not going to go around me? And someone's like, well, if you're doing good for them, they shouldn't go around you. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know about that.
You could run it through a sub LLC. Like you could have all the money go into an LLC and have that LLC be what invests in their deal. So it's blind, meaning they don't know who's behind it. You could do it that way. What I recommend to you, Micah, is I would start as small as you are comfortable, right? The raising capital thing, don't put it on a pedestal. It's not any more it's not any more complex than you can figure out. But you got to forget the $500,000 comment for a second, and forget for a second about primary residence for yourself, because you should get a house hack lined up. The other thing is you need to figure like what lane of traffic you want to swim in. So if you want to like scale up a wholesale company that does 5-10 deals a month, because there's guys that are doing that, and a brokerage company that's doing that too, fine. Then do that. Just focus on that. If you want to own some rentals and have cash flow and scale out a rental business, that's where raising capital comes in. You could raise capital too for the wholesale side, because here's a simple question: what if you just didn't wholesale? What if you didn't do the wholesale deals anymore? What if you just did them yourself? Just do the deals.
Yeah, and you could flip them. My brother's flipping a lot of houses outside of Tampa. He's killing it out there.
You partner with him. Why don't you raise capital for him?
He's all the way in Tampa, and I'm like 4+ hours away. I mean,
that's a lot closer than Austin.
yeah. I guess. I mean, he has his own money. I mean, too. He'll like go from one deal to the next, and then you have like the guys that do the work, and you can only do so many houses at a time. He just got a second crew, and he's still like churning out so much because he has a real estate license too, and he's using the same systems, like similar systems that I use to find off-market properties, like postcards, cold calling, having people do cold calls. So you're funneling in all that stuff. So he's going direct to the sellers and getting the wholesaler out of the way and going like that. So, but it's possible.
I get it.
So do you think
you got to think about this a little bit further, because I think that if I were you, I would try and keep it in house unless you need the cash flow right now. I would beg off of raising 1.5 for somebody else, but I'd rather see you raise it. I don't know why my spidey senses are telling me that, but go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah, I mean, I may take your advice on that. It's just, it's kind of like one of those things where I probably need to get a little bit knowledgeable. I do not know how to run numbers on a big building. They have all these different calculators, and then I run into some guy who's from Israel who lives in Palm Beach County, and he says, "Oh, those calculators, they're BS." He goes, "You can't go by them." And I go, "Even the ones on Bigger Pockets?" I go, because Bigger Pockets, there's some real players going on there, man. I go, I don't know if they would just throw out a BS calculator.
No, they're not. The Bigger Pockets calculators are not BS. The Bigger Pockets calculators are basic.
Yeah, but they work, right?
Calculators, they're good. I use them. I mean, I'm freaking part. I'm in the fold with those guys, right? So I wouldn't be working with them if they were putting out garbage. They're just basic. You can't underwrite a 100-unit apartment building. They're working on it, and I'm working on it with them on raising their game and putting out better calculators that can do more complex deals. But it's good they got a good flip calculator, a good wholesale calculator. The rental calculator is good for like 1 to 4 units, that kind of thing. But the rental calculators, like the 1 to 4 unit calculator you could use, is good enough to put in front of an investor. You could show that to an equity investor.
Okay. Yeah, I should get on that. Because my goal is, I read the book by Tim Ferriss, the 4-Hour Work Week, and that's what I've been doing. My business is leveraging it off on VAs in the Philippines, and they qualify the leads, and then it comes through to me. And there's time where I have a lot of extra time in the day, so I want to keep doing my business like that. And as I make capital, I want to be able to take some of my own, raise like what you're saying, and get into multifamily and build real ridiculous wealth. You know what I mean? I mean, money doesn't make you happy, but it does buy options. I mean, that's
it gets your time back, and so with that time, you can go and pursue happiness. But I can let me leave you with this, man. Do your best to keep it in house. Start small, and also don't expect to get rich tomorrow in this business. But put one foot in front of the other. The little stream you build becomes a river, and then it becomes an ocean. So it's my guidance is to find the way to put the capital that you've got to work in your little meetup. And it sounds like you're well on your way, man. You've got like a little meetup group, and you got your communities there and everything like that. Put it out in your community for your meetup to find yourself an underwriter or an analyst. If you're not a good analyst, find yourself someone who is in your community. And a few things. Take the Bigger Pockets boot camp. I forgot to mention that, Jordan and Abiku, knucklehead. We have a boot camp coming up in like a week for Bigger Pockets. And that, so they'll put that out there. It's a couple $100. Sign up for it. It's a 10-week program, and I teach it, so you get to hang out with me every week.
Sweet.
Yeah. So so do that, and then leave you with this. Well, Jordan and Abiku, please email Micah to get his mailing address, because Micah, we're going to mail you a cool DeRosa swag bag here, DeRosa backpack.
All right. Appreciate it.
So email him at info@cashforkeys.com. Everybody reach out to Micah that's anywhere in Florida. Info@cashforkeys.com. Hit him up. And the multifamily boot camp is there. There's the link right there. Micah, please join that. I need you in that program because you're a player. You got more going on than you realize. Are you able to get to San Diego for Bigger Pockets, the BP Con, in a month?
Man, no, that's next month. Yeah, because I'm already gonna be going to Tennessee, Gatlinburg for like 4 days.
There you go.
Yeah,
right. That's fun. We'll still hang out at the boot camp. Okay.
all right.
I gotta turn you loose, man. Thank you for jumping in. Info@Cash4Keys if you guys want to hit up Micah. If you guys are down in the Florida regions, Micah, thanks for putting yourself out there, man. I appreciate you taking up.
It's info@cashforkeysgroup.com.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for your advice, man. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, brother.
All right. Bye-bye, brother.
Nice meeting you, man. See ya. All right, guys, that was awesome. And just a few reminders here, okay? DeRosaGroup.com/swag. If you guys want some free stuff from us, free coffee mugs, free branded chargers, that kind of thing. I'll be back next week. Whoever joins me live gets a backpack. So join me live next week. A couple more days to register for the boot camp. There's a link out there on Facebook. Jordan Nabiku, please put that on YouTube and on LinkedIn as well. And that's what I got, guys. All right. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Micah, one more time. info@cashforkeysgroup.com. And you guys can email him to talk some Florida shop. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys joining me live today. Take care.